going on, guys? Third Wheel 95 back for another video. Before I start this video though, I want to really quickly thank you all for the support that you showed on my previous video, which was just a little channel update explaining where I've been for so long. The feedback I got has been really good, and so yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for that. Now, moving into today's video, it's a topic that I wanted to talk about is the best class setup for Fracture. Now, if you haven't played Fracture, it's basically a mashup of Kill Confirmed and Hardpoint with maybe an element of Capture the Flag thrown in. With the introduction of this game mode, I thought I would make a broad overview of what the best class to use for anyone playing Fracture. The gameplay I have is a couple of games I had on Breach, which I really think highlight the effectiveness of this class. Starting with the gun, what I would do is run an assault rifle that has the rapid fire attachment. This attachment really gives you a lot more of a competitive backing when you're going into those close range engagements where a lot of people are running submachine guns. Now what that means as well is when you're at that long range engagement where people are still running submachine guns, you're going to have an even bigger advantage against them. So what I found is a rapid fire on either the KN, the HVK, or even the Man of War just become these absolutely decimating melt machines that really give you the upper hand in a Fracture game. So moving on to the perks, it's a pretty standard setup. I run Ghost, Fast Hands as my first two perks, which is pretty common in Black Ops 3. However, for my third perk setup, I try to run both Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor. Keeping yourself off the map and out of people's headsets comes in super clutch when you're holding 7+ cores and you decide to take the scenic route towards the Fracture site. So from the perks, the rest of it's up to you. If you want a secondary, if you want extra attachments on your weapon, if you want grenades, so long as you have that assault rifle with a rapid fire and that perk setup, I really think you will stand the best possible chance to do well in Fracture. Finally, for the most important part of the class, you have the War Machine Specialist, which I feel is hands down the most useful specialist in regards to the Fracture game mode. This is due to the fact that players have a tendency to swarm/camp the Fracture point. Lots of people in a small area is a War Machine's wet dream. You'll see throughout the video that just by firing into the Fracture point, you can very quickly clear an area and almost instantly flip the flow of play, putting your team back on the offensive. This is why I think the War Machine makes such a good addition to the Fracture class setup. Now, of course, with many class setup videos, these are not the final. If you have any certain setups that you like to run, any guns, if you are dead set on using a Tempest with a submachine gun, then that's yours, go for it. I'm just saying, this is what I think is probably the easiest class setup or the best class setup for someone who's just starting out in Fracture. If you follow this template and maybe tweak it to your own liking, maybe change the specialist, I think you're still going to really have a very versatile and very strong class setup that's going to help you do well in the game mode. Alright guys, that brings me to the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smack that like button, and if you feel like third wheeling with me sometime and you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Alright guys, catch us later.